This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Daily Herald.
Coach Dave MacDonald for Metea Valley Girls Volleyball. Appreciate your time. Thanks for letting us stop by the court here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And we appreciate the fact that you've been able to give us some time. It's a pretty nerve-wracking week for you, but also a very joyous week for you personally.
Yeah, personally. I had my first son. Me and my wife had our first child on Wednesday, so it's been a little crazy, but it's been fun. It's been real fun and exciting. And the girls, we treat our volleyball program like one big family, so they've got to see pictures, and our varsity team is in love with my son already. So I've got a lot of free babysitting going on right now.
That's good. That's the added benefit of having a volleyball team, being able to kind of pick babysitters out whenever you want to, when the time comes to it. Let's talk about the volleyball team a little bit and this season. How's it going so far?
It's going good. It started off a little rocky. We had a lot of good competition early on. Played St. Charles East and had St. Ignatius in our tournament, who's very good this year, and then. Let's see who else. Glenbard East, and we played Nequa right off the bat in conference, and then you play that conference game, which is very emotional. Just being one of our sister schools and a great rival, and then all of a sudden you come and play Naperville North, who we'll get to see next year and for the years on. When we move to the DVC, so it was another big match right after another. So it was a real tough beginning. We struggled a little bit, but I told the girls it was going to be a roller coaster ride and a journey, and. We're hitting a little stride right now, so hopefully that keeps rolling tonight when we're at the Warrior Blast.
It certainly seems like the team is starting to hit its stride a little bit, and I think that is to be expected for a team that has a lot of new pieces to it. How do you think it's more difficult to acclimate yourself as a coach to the new pieces, or is it more difficult for maybe the team that's returning to acclimate itself to the new pieces?
I think it's a little bit of both, because you got to, with the new pieces, you got to see what their strengths are. You got to watch them last year, but then they go through a whole season of club, and they get better, and they change things that you thought you saw last year that you're ready to change. You get really excited to get in the gym for that, and then all of a sudden, they're fixed, and you're like, okay, you're adapting, and then the girls are adapting. Example is Lexi Labadell. She's had Ellie Peterson as a 3-year setter, and all of a sudden she comes in this year and she's got a sophomore setter and a senior setter. So she's trying to adjust to them. They're trying to adjust to her. So there's that period of adjustment that takes a little bit for them to get used to.
And I think that's obvious for a freshman coming into the program for the first time. And one of your finest freshmen so far this season has been Michaela Dowd. Just talk about her transition a little bit and how she's kind of really played well as a freshman on the varsity team.
Yeah, Michaela was a surprise. I came into summer camp and I heard little rumblings about a girl that was on Sports Performance and playing well, and she was coming in, but she was at a bunch of different camps, like Wisconsin camp, Northwestern camp, a bunch of different skills camps, and couldn't make ours, so I didn't know who she was until she showed up the first day of tryouts, and she was about a 6-foot tall girl, and you're like, okay, this is great, especially as a freshman. And so we threw her, we brought her up the second day of tryouts and got her with the varsity, and we were expecting, a little bit, maybe a little bit of nerves, and she came in and just, started pounding balls and playing real well. There's that period of adjustment, of course, for a freshman because, it's wide opening. All of a sudden, you're expecting maybe to be sophomore JV level, and now you're thrust right into the varsity, thrust right into the starting lineup. So, you put added pressure on yourself, but she's such a tough girl and such, wants to get better every single time she's in practice and on the court, always asking questions that, she just stepped right in and she was ready. And, she's got a great role model in Lexi, because Lexi was a 4-year starter as well. So she's, we do big sis, little sis, and they're partnered up together so that, she can kind of lean on Lexi when she's in, having a little trouble freshman year and everything.
How much do you lean on a veteran like Lexi to kind of herd along some of the freshmen, and where they're having troubles, be it on the court, off the court, what have you? How much do you lean on someone like Lexi to make sure that stuff gets done? Where does he have to get to you?
Yeah, Lexi's one of our captains, and she's I don't want to say my spy, but she's the ears of the program. She hears a little bit more from the girls than I do. But I have an open door policy, and the girls are pretty good about it. If they have problems, they come talk to me or they talk to their coaches. And but with Lexi, you lean on her because she's she is that veteran, and she's got that veteran experience, and is a senior, and been in big matches. Won a couple conference championships. Got to play in a regional title last year. So she's got all that experience, and the girls look up to her, and she's been a great role model. And she's really brought the freshmen and everyone else pretty much along on the team.
You mentioned earlier the move to a new conference next season? Obviously, you're focusing on this season, but how much in the back of your mind is it kind of creeping up that you're going to have a whole new set of opponents, conference opponents, where those are the games that really matter next season?
Yeah, it's there. I mean, it's there. I mean, we knew it was there last year when I went to the board and they approved it and everything, and and we started preparing then. We play Naperville North every year, so we got to see them. You're in a couple other tournaments where there's some other DVC competitions, so you get to see what they're like, and obviously your focus is now is to kind of for us is to repeat, hopefully as a third year, 3 year in a row champion for conference. But in the back of mind, it's there, and it's coming. It's going to be a dogfight, and it's fun. You got Nico and Bonzi and us going over there, and then with Naperville North Central, the Wheatons, Lake Park, Glenbard. It's going to be fun. There's no easy games now, so which is good.
This is your final season in the Upstate 8, and you've been so good in the conference last couple of years. How would you grade the team's performance early on in the conference schedule, but how would you grade the team so far in the conference part?
Conference part, I think we've been good. Grade is probably a B minus. I think we can be a little bit better. I think we our nerves got the better of us, and our youngness got the better of us when we were at Nico playing on their court. Especially after we beat them here last year. They were out for, I'm sure, a little bit of revenge, and Kelly Simon's a good friend of mine, so there's that fun rivalry with me and her and our programs, and I think we dropped one there, and we had a chance in our first set, and came back when we were down 24-19, and came back and lost 28-26. So it's fun. And then we got Wabanzi next week, and Kristen Stewart and I are starting to know each other and get a little bit closer because of the 3 schools and everything. So it's been fun. It's been fun, and now you add in all the Napervilles, and it's a lot of close matchups, and these girls all play club together, so it's going to be fun.
You mentioned before that these girls are young, maybe the nerves getting the better of them. The other side of that coin is that in the future, sophomore, junior, senior year, no matter where they are in their kind of development, they're going to be used to that kind of pressure later on in their careers. Is it difficult for you as a coach to kind of watch them go through some of the learning curves now, but in the back of your mind knowing it's going to benefit them in the future? Yeah,
it's tough, because you don't want to see them fail, and they don't want to fail as well. They keep wanting to get better, staying after practice, want to stay after, Saturday, to lift or to get stronger, because, they just want to get better. And that's what I love about the girls here and just in our program in general is they always want to get better. They're always asking questions and, really excited. And, the young girls especially, especially on the varsity, we've got 1 freshman and 3 sophomores, and then a bunch of juniors, only 4 seniors. So, we are young, and, I think, with the ups and downs, comes, a little bit more mental focus when they get older, and hopefully they'll take that kind of failure and turn that into success as they move along in their high school career.
If everything goes right for your Mustangs this season, how far can this team go?
You'd like to say all the way. That's one of, I think, every girl's goal in high school is to win a state championship. But our goal right now is to finish out conference, and I think if the chips fall and we keep pushing along, we got a chance to still win conference. We got that first loss, and but there's very good teams in our conference this year. We went to 3 with South Elgin. Nico went to 3 with South Elgin. Glenbard East is very good. We lost to them already in our tournament early on. Wabanzi's very good. So it still can come down to the wire. So I told the girls we got to take one step at a time and make sure that we focus on the next match and not look too far ahead. But we know our regional is going to be tough. I just saw the assignments and everything, and you've got the loaded sectional in Bartlett, and then if you somehow make it out of there, then you got to go to the Macaulay. You're playing the winner from the Macaulay sectional, which is loaded too. So it's going to be tough. There's no easy matches, but that's good. That's how I set up our schedule too. That from here on out, there's no easy matches for us, and we just got to come out and play, and hopefully we get on a hot streak and the chips fall for us.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in getting on that hot streak and letting the chips fall where they may and getting as far as this team can. We appreciate your time. Congratulations to you and your wife and to your new son.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.